All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 2020 Land Rover Defender. This is the 110 body style, which used to mean something. It used to mean the wheelbase of the vehicle, but now it's over 100. It's like 119 inches for the 110. And I'm first going to address the questions that I got from Instagram and YouTube's community page. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's @milesper. You should also follow me on TikTok because I'm making a bunch of videos on there. So if you like this stuff, you'll like the TikTok stuff. But thank you guys so much for joining on this Saturday morning. I'm not sure if it's still Saturday where you're living all over the world, but yeah, we're gonna get into this Defender. Christina is back behind the camera. I love to see it.
Hello.
Hello. So guys, what is our first question from Instagram and YouTube? And then we will get into the ones who are tuned in live. Thank you for joining live.
Can someone sleep on the back seats? From Tom Brady.
Someone sleep on the back seats. Well, let's open up. And hang on, wait. Sleep on the back? I'm thinking they mean like if I can fold these seats down, could they sleep on them? That's what I think Tom Brady means. That's fun to say that. Okay, so you fold the seats down by these levers right here. If you do it right, you got this textured material. Oh, sorry. You got this textured material on the backs of the seats. My seat is, I guess, too far forward, too far back. So I gotta scoot this up so the seats will clear. Go to the other side, do the same thing. Actually, no, I gotta reach in here. Oh, didn't clear either. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna worry about that because I can find out now whether someone can sleep in the back. This vehicle is dirty, and I left it dirty after my off-roading adventures. So, if I'm in here, 6 feet tall, this looks pretty.
No.
This looks tight. Okay, so of course I could move the driver's seat forward more, but my head is off in the abyss. So you would need something. Hang on, try closing the door. I just want to see.
Oh, my favorite part.
Yeah, I know you love this.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, we're good.
That's all, folks.
We're good, thank you.
All
I found
right.
out what I needed. Thank you for trapping me. So
This is not going to work.
no, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. Even if you fold the seat forward, your head would be in the abyss. And also, the seats don't go completely flat, so you're kind of at an angle. It's not the worst thing in the world, so you don't have blood rushing to your head. But yeah, that would be tough. This is the 110, so this is the biggest one, and you can't sleep in the back.
Which is interesting because we slept in the, Porsche
Panamera Sport Turismo, we slept in the back of that. But that was long. It was a very long vehicle.
Yeah, but...
Okay, what is our next question? Great question, Tom Brady.
Okay.
I left the mud on the tires. Oh well. Does great off-road.
Is it better than the old Land Rover Defender? From the Car Kids.
Great question, car kids. Define better. That's my response to that. Because if you're going to ask whether it's more capable off-road, objectively, yes. I think the only measurement that it's not as good as the old Defender, the 80s Defender off-road is, I think breakover is better. I think it's like the approach angle. Because they had to add in some crash safety stuff, I think the approach angle is the only thing that's less of an angle as the original Defender. But this can raise up its suspension over 5 inches. It has incredible clearance, great breakover angle, great departure angle. They kept that nice and short. So, I mean, objectively, off-road, it's going to be better. On-road, it's definitely going to be better. You have to decide, though, whether you like this more. Well, you have to decide whether you like the unibody design. That's the other way that this might not be as good as the old Defender. The old Defender, body on frame, solid axles. You have that rugged durability off-road. The body will be more susceptible to flexing easily with the body on frame versus a unibody structure. So, I mean, like, if you're going to be thinking about longevity and things breaking, the old Defender is going to be better. In all other measurements, especially on-road, this new Defender is better. Prefer the look of the old Defender better, myself.
Okay, is it good in the mud? From Lomi Grajeda.
Yes, we are not in the mud, so I can't show you. I can show you mud on the tires, but this one has the optional off-road and off-road advanced packages combined, giving you a torque vectoring rear differential, the terrain response 2 system, which gives you an auto mode for terrain response. So individually, terrain response 1, you would have to select, I want mud and ruts, or there's like air blowing right now. What do they call it? Leaf blower. Wow, that was difficult for me. They have different drive modes that you can select in terrain response 1. Terrain response 2 gives you an auto mode, so whatever you're on, whatever terrain this could get through. All that to say, the off-road tires as part of the off-road package, plus the terrain response 2, plus the torque vector rear differential makes this really good in the mud. It just knows how to use the traction control system to just have, one, it has a low traction launch so that it can just like infinitely, or what am I trying to say?
Wow.
Infinitely, forever and
That's
ever.
amazing.
It can incrementally, thank you, incrementally adjust traction control and tire slip angle and all that to kind of get you going in a low traction situation like mud. So very good in the mud.
Okay.
I'm still waking up. It's 10 a.m. I'm still waking up.
Tow rating.
Tow rating.
DC3ADK.
DC380K asked about the tow rating. It is 8,201 pound for this 110 with the inline 6-cylinder. That's what we have here.
Bench seat? Question mark. From
Sorry, go ahead.
item no Paul.
Yeah, he asked about a bench seat. I responded in that way because I wish this had the bench seat. It doesn't. You can equip a bench seat that would replace the center console with a full down seat, so you can have 3 across in the front. This one doesn't have that. It does have like cool like rivets in the center and grab handles and places to store seat, but you can option on a bench seat, which is sweet. You can also have option on a 3rd row of seating, which would be completely pointless because there's already not loads of room back there. There's good amounts of room, but adding a 3rd row of seating, that would be awful. I don't know who would fit back there.
Okay, how do you feel about the fake hood step from Blake?
Good question, Blake. So, there are actually 2 fake hood steps. So there is this checker plate panel right here that is, it's a throwback to the 80s Defender that had a metal plate that you could step on the hood. This would definitely, I mean, like, I'm not going to try it, but I think this would probably break because it's made of plastic. Then there are also these ridges right here that would suggest that you can step up there, but you can't because they're both made of plastic. So yeah, how do I feel about it? I don't know. I mean, it would be cool if they had made that metal, but they're trying to make this more urban friendly and all that, and I guess more metal, more weight, reduce fuel economy, you know, all those things, extra costs. So how do I feel about it? I'm not so bothered by it. It's a little annoying.
Why does it look, did the Defender bring back steel wheels from Blake?
Yes, so I would argue they were never gone, Blake. Steel wheels have kind of just been like this cool truck element for so long. These are not steel wheels. These are the alloy wheels, but they are optional. Actually, they're on the standard trim level, the lowest trim level, the base trim level for the Defender. For the 90 and I think for the 110, you can get these with steel wheels, which is so cool. What's a bummer to me is that you can't add them onto the higher trim levels. If you go for, like, this is an SE trim level where you get the inline 6-cylinder, you don't get the steelies. You can't even add them on. So that's a bummer. But no, I don't think the Defender brought back steel wheels. I think that they never went anywhere, but it's super cool that they give that as the base option. Steel wheels are the best. I want to add them to my Land Cruiser. I want to do it. Christina, what do you think? Should we do it?
Let's not talk about the Land Cruiser.
Oh, we're not going to talk about the Land Cruiser. Land Cruiser's in the shop right now and costing lots of money.
Constant problems.
Constant problems.
Okay, this is funny. Why does it look like a modern Honda Element from Davis Adams?
Why is that funny, Christina?
Because I don't really like the shape of it, and that's a good point.
Oh, you got to speak up.
I'm not a huge fan of the shape. I usually like boxy cars.
Okay.
But this one is kind of like the Element, where it's not exactly sharp. It's a little more smoothed out, and I don't like
Smoothed
it.
out, kind of amorphous. Well, I think that question is particularly funny because Davis used to work at Honda.
Oh yeah, there you go.
And so maybe some skin was in the game asking that question. I think that the back doesn't look like a Honda element to me at all. This is like classic Defender back here. I think the really harsh cut line here, looking like it cut straight out of body panels, is so cool, and that's classic Defender. I love the back end. The profile, it's good. I love that they like kept this design feature from the Defender. Of course, it's plastic now. Maybe that is bothering me more than I thought. Okay, so the profile looks okay. The front, I completely get the tie-in to the Honda element. Davis, you ask a fair question. The front end, we're getting a little Honda element-y with the boxiness and the roundedness, and yeah.
Yeah, the front's not exciting.
Yeah, it's not great. Not great, the front.
Okay.
I don't hate it, but.
Leg space and trunk space. We already showed the trunk.
Showed the trunk.
Animator 98, so
Okay.
put leg space.
Leg space, I don't really need to show you the front. The front leg space is amazing. Animator 98 said he's also,
Seats back up.
yeah, Animator 98 said he's also very tall, so I can show you some headroom situation in this Defender. The seat's as low as it goes. I have a longer torso, so I typically need to lower the seat. But I've got, can you see? So that's solid. Legroom is good. I don't know why the seat's actually so far forward. Oh yeah, I had to move it up because of the seat backs. Oh, okay.
Did you turn that on? You're hooked into Bluetooth, aren't you?
Oh yeah. No, I didn't turn on the car, I don't think.
No.
I think the car's off.
So we sound like we don't like the car.
Sound like we don't like the car. Oh, that's not, okay. Well, okay, that, fair point. I do like the car quite a bit, and I'll let my review speak for itself when that's published in a couple weeks on this Defender. There's a lot I like about this vehicle. We're kind of like addressing the little niggles. Yeah, so I mean, design is mostly good front end. I would have changed a little more to reflect the older Defender, but that's pretty much like that, and you'll see some other things in the review that I'm like small things, but I really like it overall. I think they did a great job.
Leg space.
Leg space. That's why I need you here, Christina. Keep me on track. Okay, so
Yep.
It's hard with the shadows probably to see, but here, this is the seat back. You can't recline the seat backs at all, so this is just kind of the seating angle you're in. Got plenty of headroom here. Can you see?
Mm-hmm.
Plenty of headroom. Legroom is like really good. I mean, the seat's further forward than I would have been, but not by a lot. So like that's, 5, almost 6 inches of knee room. Foot space, they're okay. There's a ramp here, basically to where my foot goes. So it kind of cuts into where the tops of my feet would slide in there. But I've got a little bit of foot space. My knee angle isn't bad at all. So yeah, there's plenty of room for full-size adults in the back and front of the new Defender. That's solid, really solid. And also, having that much headroom creates this feeling of space as well. So not only do you have like physical space, but you have this feeling of space. And that's great.
Your opinion on diesel engines not coming to North America from Harsh 29?
Great question. We have some airplanes overhead. I'm bummed. I'm bummed specifically because Land Rover's TD6 diesel that I tried in the Discovery and in the Range Rover Sport is so good. So to not have that as an option here for North America in this vehicle, where it makes even more sense when you're getting that low down torque of a diesel engine and improved fuel economy, really bums me out. I popped the hood here because I want to show the engine that we have. But yeah, it kind of bums me out. I really think that that's a missed opportunity to offer a diesel here in the US, especially when so many other vehicles are now offering diesel engines. Where's the hood? There it is. But here we have an inline 6-cylinder engine. It's turbocharged and electric supercharged. And it's paired with a mild hybrid 48-volt system. It makes 395 horsepower, 406 pound-feet of torque, connected to an 8-speed ZF-sourced automatic gearbox. 0 to 60, 5.8 seconds. Top speed, who cares? The base engine here is going to be a turbocharged 4-cylinder. that'll make just under 300 horsepower, but this is the upgraded engine. If you want the upgraded engine, the cheapest way that you get access to it is 12 grand over the starting figure for this car, which is like 51. So it's like bump it all the way up to 63 if you want the 6. I think someone asked about the engine, so answering that first.
Okay. Features from HW Made.
Lots of them. Let's see if I can just break down some of them. Okay, features. It has an air suspension system as standard. It can raise the ride height over 5 inches. It has a wading depth of 2.9 feet. It's significant. I can't remember what that is in inches. 30 something. Someone do the math. 2.9 feet of wading depth, which is crazy. It's more than the original Defender. It has permanent 4-wheel drive. This 2-speed transfer case. So you got 4 low. You have the terrain response system. One cool thing is, and like totally unnecessary, I guess, unless you need grab handles all that often. This has like 13 grab handles, I counted. There's these that are actually part of the chassis, so of the structure. So it can actually shake the whole aesthetic, but it's also functional. But so many grab handles. You got one here, 2 more on the other side. We got these grab handles that come down from up here in the back. Those could, I mean, conceivably be grab handles. This spot right here, if you got a big enough hand, you can grab that. We've got another grab handle here, another grab handle here, 2 more on that side, and that might be it. But that's a cool feature to me. Panoramic sunroof in this one is an option. I think it's part of that SE package, as is the 10-speaker Meridian sound system, which is decent. This one doesn't have it equipped. Showing that pano. Problem with the pano though is it doesn't it only opened to here. It's an opening pano sunroof, which is cool because like some don't open at all, but it only opens like a foot. This one doesn't have the package equipped, but the Defender comes optional with all these like Explorer or accessory packages. There's an Explorer package, an Adventure package, an Urban, a Country package. All of them add different things. The Explorer and Adventure add like a cargo carrier here, which covers up this purely aesthetic piece. And then one of the other ones adds an air compressor, a water compressor thing so you can like hose down your boots, and the air compressor to air up your tires. But those are all additional accessories this one doesn't have. Other features: has the latest generation of Land Rover's infotainment software. So Pivi Pro they call it, and it's pretty good.
Hey, stop getting the door for me.
Oh, sorry, my mistake. Yeah, sorry. Brain fart. Okay, anyway, so this is, I can't show you because I turned on the car, I just realized I have Bluetooth hooked up to my phone. I would have to go in and forget the device. I can do that. There may be a pause in audio, but anyway, so okay, I'm gonna turn on the car. Cool animation here. Setting up your vehicle. Hopefully we still have audio. I'm gonna go in here and phones, add Bluetooth device. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and disconnect that. Cool, okay, so making sure hopefully we have Bluetooth gone so you can still hear my audio. This is one really annoying thing. It will beep, it doesn't actually stop the beeping if your door is open. Super annoying. So I can close that. Anyway, so Pivi Pro is their latest software and it's pretty darn good. It has still some small delays, but I mean, it's such a step up over what they were using before, and the usability is so much easier. It's all just really solid. So I like their new software system. And it's got so many different charge ports as well. So you've got USB-C, USB, a DC socket here, and then you've got another USB right up here, standard USB. Then you've got 4 more outlets back here. You won't be able to twist it around like that. No. So 4 more outlets back here, and I think you have 2 more in the trunk. Yeah, so it's crazy how many outlets you have. Oh, and wireless smartphone charging right in here. So it's got a lot of ways to charge your device. Oh, you can also fit a big bottle. Look at that. Look at that.
Whoa, sorry guys.
Yeah. Christina tries to twist around into shapes it doesn't want to go into. The iPhone and the gimbal. Okay, so what is our next question, Christina? That, or we're going to jump into some live Q&A questions.
Do you like the idea of car brands bringing back old nameplates like the new Bronco from T-Bone Smithsonian?
Yes. The answer to that is definitely yes. I like them bringing them back as long as they do it right. Do you need air? Yeah, she's dying. Okay, so as long as they do it right, I'm totally okay with it. This Defender dances along the line a little bit because...
There's no air.
Okay, because they're giving up... Okay. All right, there you go. Hopefully that's not too loud. But they are giving up the body-on-frame design, the solid axles, and they're embracing a vehicle that they hopefully know, or they hopefully will be able to sell a number of them, and that's the decision right there. They're like, let's take all of this name cash on. We're not going yet.
Okay, but can I do this while you talk?
Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness. Everyone.
I thought she was like, we're leaving, let's go.
I'm just getting prepared.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I like that they are that they're able to use the brand cash built up on the nameplate to sell a vehicle that is still very capable and still looks cool from most angles, back and side. That's cool with the Defender. With the Bronco, it seems, I have not driven the car yet. I'm hoping to be able to drive it as soon as possible. But it seems like they've made a seriously good follow-up to the Bronco that ended production in the 90s. So I'm pumped about that. I like that automakers are doing that when they do it the right way. If you bring back a nameplate, I'm trying to think of an example. If you can think of one, let me know. When they bring back a nameplate and just totally like underwhelm you with what they've done. So Ford is doing it well with the Bronco with putting the mock nameplate on an EV. I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, and there are a couple other examples, but just like you have to do it right. And I think that Land Rover did it right with this one. Some small things that I don't love about it, but overall, I'm a big fan of this car. Next question.
Okay, last one from here, and then we'll get into. Well, first of all, a guy thinks I'm your girlfriend.
No. Very much my wife.
Okay, how much power does it have from Zavila?
Okay, so I kind of detailed that, but quick recap: 395 horsepower for the inline six-cylinder that we have here, 406 pound-feet of torque. Yeah, there you go. That's
Okay.
power.
All right, hello. Thanks everyone for joining Milt. What is the engine?
The engine is an inline six, turbocharged and electrically supercharged.
Okay, hello.
Let's start her off.
Gustav, hello everyone. What's the point of that square-like design on the window on the driver's side? I was thinking that too. From Porsche.
Yeah. A lot of people ask that question. It's
just aesthetic.
It's just aesthetic, but it is also the space where they tack on the cargo carrier if you have that option equipped. So it's like, it's like a filler space if you don't have the option packs. I guess they're like, you should really get the option pack. We think that would be a great idea. It does look cool with the option packs. Oh, the seats are down, right? Okay. Yes, I can move my seat back. Yeah, but it's aesthetic if you don't have that.
How much liter of petrol? From Joel.
What is the fuel tank size? That's a good question. I don't know off the top of my head. I know that the fuel economy is not that bad. Given how much power, almost 400 horsepower in this one, and you get 19 combined, 22 on the highway, it's pretty good. I've been very impressed with the fuel economy. And given how boxy and unaerodynamic this vehicle is, it's pretty solid.
All right, from Moses. Hello, I love your videos.
Oh, thank you, Moses. Thank you for tuning in.
Okay.
Sorry I'm still waking up, guys. If I sound unenthusiastic, it's just because I'm still waking up.
From Harsh, are the interior buttons made of rubber?
The buttons. Well, a lot of the surfaces are made of rubber. There's a lot of rubber down below so that you can just hose out the interior, which is super cool because you should be getting this thing dirty and you should be able to just clean it very easily. But the buttons are not really made of rubber. Like this right here, this is a textured plastic surface. These are metal-like, if not actual metal, rims and borders. These are not rubberized. The surface around it is rubber, like this casing around it is made of rubber, but the buttons themselves are not rubber. Even this is Yeah, that's plastic. That's not a rubber thing.
All right.
This vehicle also makes a nice noise.
Oh, we also forgot to rev it.
It's not a rever of a vehicle. It's okay. I do rev it in my walk around video, so if you want to hear it rev, then we can there. This is pretty loud. I'm gonna have to turn this off. You can.
What is
open
the
up that
MSRP of this Defender?
This one right here is $72,000, and it has the off-road and off-road advanced package. It has the SE, so you get the inline 6-cylinder. It has the driver assistance package, so you get adaptive cruise control along with your lane keeping assist, which is standard. Lane keeping assist is standard. Blind spot monitoring is standard, thankfully, because visibility out that way, like over my shoulders, is bad. With the headrest up, it's bad. You can fold down the headrest and it's acceptable, but still the C and D pillars are pretty wide. Again, this makes it sound like I really don't like the vehicle. I'm just pointing out things. My brain, this is just how my brain works. My brain always goes to, what can I point out that's wrong about it before I go, what do I like about it? There is so much more to like about it than there is to not like about it. The ride is very good, especially off-road. It's insanely capable off-road. The tech is good. The visibility at the front is very good, and it's just a solid vehicle.
Okay, from Harsh, do you consider this the official outdoor vehicle for the hillbilly of Beverly Hills? LOL.
That's a good question. Well phrased question. It kind of is. It kind of is going to have that stigma about it. Oh man, this got to figure out the air situation because it's just
bad.
it's super loud, isn't it?
It's not.
Oh, okay, all right. It's going to have that stigma about it that people are just going to buy this for the look and they're not actually going to access its capability at all, which is a bummer because it is seriously capable off-road. As I found out, I'll show you in my review. I'll show you in my POV off-road drive. Look for both of those. Those are coming out soon. But it is just incredibly capable off-road and effortlessly so, in the same way that all Land Rover vehicles do that. So it'll be a bummer that that it will, for 98% of the buyers, is going to be a look thing. And maybe that's unfair. Maybe that's an unfair characterization. We'll end up seeing whether people actually use it, but it will be a look for a lot of people, which is a bummer.
Okay, what does it compete with from K?
Most directly, it's going to compete with the Lexus GX, which is it's a strange one because the GX is so old at this point that it can't really hold a card to this. But in terms of starting price, which for the GX is $53,000, decent turning radius by the way, $53,000 for the GX. It's more of a luxury vehicle. I mean, it's a luxury brand, Lexus. It's got a V8, has good power, terrible fuel economy though. So that's going to be its direct rival, but it will also, of course, compete with vehicles like the Wrangler and the Bronco and the Toyota 4Runner. Those are going to be vehicles that'll be cross-shopped against for people who actually, well, I mean, even the Wrangler now is like very much a look vehicle. The Bronco is also going to happen to be a look vehicle, despite both of those being seriously capable off-road. Bronco not having tested that yet. And the 4Runner is not as much a look vehicle. That's more just like buy it, go anywhere, and it will last forever kind of vehicle. But those are the ones it'll compete against.
Okay, any V8 options from Brian?
No V8 options, but you don't really need it. With almost 400 horsepower from this inline six, like, you really don't need it. One, you're going to benefit from fewer cylinders, better fuel economy, but also it's such a potent engine. This thing is seriously quick for something this shape.
What do you think about the color?
I love the color. Gondwana Stone is the name of this color. It's got metallic flake in it. It's like a brown. I love brown cars. And if the brown is done right, if it just looks like poop, then it looks like poop. This one doesn't. It's cool.
Yeah, I like it.
So I like the color a lot. And it's like $700 for this paint job. Worth every penny.
Okay. From Call Me Just Noah, oh, just a compliment. Hey, just want to say congrats on 100K. I really enjoy your content. Keep it going.
Who said that?
Call Me Just Noah.
Call Me Just Noah. Thank you, Just Noah. I really appreciate it. I love your support, guys. It means so much to me. And you make it really fun to do these videos for you. So thank you so much.
From Harsh, do you consider the new Bronco to be a competitor to this?
Yes, definitely. Definitely. I think that especially in those top trims for that Bronco. The Bronco can be specced out with leather and nice details on the interior. So that is going to be cross-shopped with this, absolutely. And it's probably the vehicle that Land Rover is most concerned about because it looks really cool. The Bronco looks super cool. Haven't seen it in person. Again, in photos, it looks super cool. Haven't driven it, but it's supposed to be very capable, and the interior is supposed to be very nice. So that's the one that they'll be probably most worried about. Wrangler, it feels very much like a class down from this. You can't spec up a Wrangler to be as nice as a Defender.
Okay, is there a third row seat from Hello?
You can option a third row seat. I don't understand why anyone would do that though, because no one will fit back there.
Little kids. We have a lot of kids.
I mean, if you got a bunch of kids, sure, okay. But it's not gonna have like much leg room at all. And yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't choose the third row for this vehicle. I would, if you had to have it, maybe like go bench seat up front if you need that one extra seat, because it's cool. And yeah.
Open the sunroof.
Okay. That was the tilt. Now it's opening. There it goes. That's as far back as it goes. You hit the button as much times as you want. Many times as you want, and it will not go back any further. So that's your opening. Bit of a letdown.
Okay. I hit out of this and now I'm back. Sorry. I don't know how I hit out of this. Sorry, guys.
Is
You
it
all there?
still going?
Wind noise on road handling.
Wind noise on road handling? Okay. Oh, probably both those questions asked. The wind noise is actually, it can get bad on the highway. Around town, not bad at all, but on the highway at, 75 miles an hour, it can get kind of bad. On-road handling is very, very good. And this is one of the benefits of switching to a unibody structure. It just controls the body so much better than a body on top of a frame. So that's a big benefit.
All right, we're reaching the end here.
Guys, I just want to, you can't see this, but I just want to just share. Christina behind the camera is going, we're going to wrap this up now because she wants to have the rest of her morning, which I understand, and I'm going to give it to her. So guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video, and I hope I answered all your questions. If I didn't, definitely post a comment and I will answer your question. I answer all the ones that dude just totally ran a red light. I mean, just looked at the left turn and was like, no, not for me, man. Not for me, and just went for it. And I will answer your questions if you put them as comments.
Oh, last question.
Oh.
Because we're turning
Okay.
back. Thebetian, do you think it will depreciate a lot after a couple of years?
Do I think it will depreciate a lot after a couple of years? Fun fact, when you repeat a question, exactly what you just heard, it's to stall. So I was stalling right there. I'm stalling right now. I don't know. It will depreciate like any vehicle. Will it depreciate aggressively? I hope not. Typically, luxury vehicles see the depreciation hit much harder than mainstream vehicles. When you're starting up here, it's a steeper fall down to here versus if you're starting down here, it's more of a step down. So I think it will depreciate. Will it be overly aggressive? I don't think so. Will it be a typical luxury vehicle's depreciation hit? Yes. I'm done stalling. I'm also done with this video, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your weekend. And look for the POV on-road, POV off-road, walk around and review for this Defender if you want to learn more. And follow me on Instagram and TikTok at @miles per hour. Have a great rest of your weekend, guys. Thank you so much.
Bye.
I'm waking